Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Vaishnavi from Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, Bangalore, Department of CSE AI. Today, in this video, I am going to discuss about hydroelectric power plants. Topics to be covered are introduction, working principle, components, advantages, disadvantages, and applications. Now, let us see about introduction to hydroelectric power plants. Hydropower is a renewable, non-polluting, and environmental friendly source of energy. Oldest energy technique known to the mankind for conversion of mechanical energy to the electrical energy. Contributes around 22% of world electricity supply generated. Maximum benefits in minimum type. Working principle of hydroelectric power plant. It uses the potential energy of water stored in the reservoir, the water from the reservoir through the penstock, and then forced through the nozzle or nozzles before the reaching the turbine. The hydraulic turbine converts the kinetic energy of water under pressure into the mechanical energy. The shaft of the turbine is coupled to the generator that generates electricity. The electricity generated is fed to the step up transformer to increase its voltage. Power is fed to the transmission lines for distribution. The output power of the hydroelectric power plant depends on the head of the water stored in the reservoir and the quantity of water discharged. Let us see the components of hydroelectric power plants. There are mainly 8 or 9 components of hydroelectric power plants. First is a dam, spillways, gates, surge tank, penstock, turbine, generator, powerhouse, and catchment area. Let us see the dam or reservoir. In this figure, you can see the dam is constructed. The purpose of dam is to store the water and to regulate the outgoing flow of water. The dam helps to store all the incoming water. It also helps to increase the head of the water. In order to generate a required quantity of power, it is necessary that a sufficient head is available. Next, catchment area. The whole area behind the dam, draining into the stream or river across which the dam has been constructed, is called the catchment area. Spillways. Spillways are the passages which allows the excess water to flow to the storage area away from the dam. To relieve the reservoir of this excess water, a structure is provided in the body of dam or close to it. The safeguarding structure is called spillways. Control gates. In this figure, you can observe that control gates are built. The water from the reservoir is allowed to flow through the penstock to the turbine. The amount of water which is to be released in the penstock is controlled by the gates. Next, the penstock, the long pipe-like structures which are made up of steel and concretes. You can see in the image, and the backside of this penstock there is an inlet valve. Penstock is a closed pipe of a steel or concrete for supplying water under the pressure to the turbine. Water from the penstock flows to the turbine through the inlet valve. The valve may be partially closed or open, thereby the regulating the pressure of the water flowing to the turbine. These are called penstocks. Next is a turbine. There are many types of turbine in that the hydraulic turbine which converts the energy of water into the mechanical energy. The mechanical energy or the rotational energy available on the turbine shaft is coupled to the shaft of the generator. The electricity is produced. The water, after performing the work on the turbine blades, is discharged to the draft tubes. The draft tubes you can observe in that image, which is a block diagram of hydroelectric power plants. Generator. A generator is mounted in a powerhouse and it is called a mechanically coupled to the turbine shaft. When the turbine blades are rotated, it drives the generator and electricity is generated, which is stepped up with the help of transformer. The transmission purpose means there is a long transmission lines which is to be distributed to different places. The powerhouse. The powerhouse is building in which the turbines, generators, and the auxiliary units are housed. Auxiliary units, in the sense, many actively participated units which are used for generating the electricity in the hydroelectric power plants. The components of the powerhouse are turbines, generators, and many more. Now, let us see the advantages of hydroelectric power plants. Water source is available in plenty. No fuel is required to generate electricity. The downstream water from the turbine can be used for irrigation and other purposes. Plant is highly reliable and its maintenance and operational charges are very low. Hydroelectric power plant has a great life and can easily last to 50 years or more than that. The efficiency is more and does not require any mankind labors, and it does not change with the age, and it also avoids the pollution, very little or no pollution. Disadvantages of hydroelectric power plants: the capital cost of plant is very high, the gestation period is quite large, the gap of completion of projects may extend 10 to 15 years, power generation is dependent on the quantity of water available, which may vary from season to season. Plants are often far from the load centers and requires long transmission lines to deliver the power, and the cost is very high due to long transmission lines. Large hydropower plants disturb the ecology of area by the way of deforestation and affecting the marine life. Marine life, in the sense, the living organisms which are living inside the river or any water source. Applications: for a generation of clean electricity, it stabilizes the power grid by preventing the intermittency, it reduces the risk of flooding, it protects the biodiversity. Water carries huge amount of energy. It is the cheapest source. It offers to the public like swimming, fishing, floating, and many more things. Thank you.